When the stars whisper secrets through the veil of midnight, they don't speak in rankings. They murmur in tides, in glints of candlelight reflected on old mirrors, in dreams you half remember upon waking. And yet, here we are, hungry to know. Which sign does the universe seem to favor? Who among the 12 carries not just one blessing, but all of them? Love, fortune, ambition, and allure. Not as trophies, but as natural extensions of their spirit. Tonight, the witch's prophecy turns its mirror outward and upward, inviting you to look into the depths of the zodiac, not for judgment, but for revelation. Tell us, when were you born? And beneath which sign did your first breath stir the sky? Leave your birth date and zodiac sign in the comments below. We're listening as the cosmos rearranges its chorus. You see, every sign is a spell. Aries crackles with the fire of new beginnings. Cancer holds memory like a tide pool. Scorpio walks the underworld with quiet knowing, and Aquarius pulses like electricity just before the storm. Each one serves its purpose. Each is sacred. But every few turns of the astrological wheel, one sign seems to draw the eye of fate more often. Not because it's louder or luckier in a showy way, but because it harmonizes. It lives in alignment. When love, career, luck, and personality are called into the same room, this sign often appears in the doorway, serene, glowing, prepared. It doesn't fight for attention. It attracts it. It doesn't manipulate chance, it invites it. So, if you find your way here, wondering which zodiac the stars seem to favor most completely, you're not just seeking a winner, you're seeking the resonance that hums beneath choice and chance. You are seeking the one who embodies a little of everything, who dances on the tightrope between instinct and grace. Before we wander too far into the arcane forest, light a lantern with us. Subscribe to the Witch's Prophecy, where omens are decoded and the unseen becomes your guide. Now close your eyes just for a breath and picture a sign ruled by Venus herself, where pleasure and fairness are not indulgences but principles. A sign where the perfume of a blooming rose can silence a war within, where balance is not passivity but power. Here, love is not a conquest, it is a mirror. People under this sign often become the balm and the mirror for others. They love with deliberation, with memory, with artistry, not because they're trying to be perfect, but because they feel the emotions of others as if through a silk veil, soft, filtered, but ever-present. They know that eye contact can speak louder than sermons, that the way one holds a teacup can say more about their upbringing than their resume. These are the subtle magicians of the zodiac, those who wield charm like a ribbon in the wind, never gripping too tightly, yet always guiding its path. Their flaws? Of course, they fear discord. They may hesitate at the edge of tough decisions, but even their hesitations reveal a yearning for harmony. And in love, they are the ones who remember your favorite song, the ones who light candles for anniversaries you didn't know they'd remembered. In the realm of career, don't expect brash ambition or loud declarations. Their power comes differently. They refine, they elevate, they turn chaos into beauty and conflict into compromise. Many of them find a home in spaces that value connection, aesthetics, and peace. Whether it's law, diplomacy, art, fashion, therapy, or design, they bring grace into structure and structure into grace. To them, work is not just a task, it is ritual. Every meeting is a chance to realign energy. Every project is a canvas for intention. They rise not because they demand it, but because others are drawn to the space they create. And when it comes to luck, theirs is rarely thunderous. They may not stumble into inheritances or viral fame, but the world tends to open for them in quieter, more enduring ways. They meet the right person on a day they almost didn't go out. They receive a call just when they were about to give up. They may walk through fog, but it clears when they trust their footing. This is the kind of luck that lives in intuition, in knowing when to pause, when to speak, when to shift ever so slightly to align with the turning of unseen gears. Tap the like button now if you've ever felt that kind of magic. The soft hand of fate brushing your shoulder when you weren't even looking. It helps us cast more messages for those who need them. But even more mysterious than the way this sign lives is the way it feels to be near them. There's a stillness, like being in a room where incense has just been lit. Their presence doesn't demand, it invites. And somehow, when you're with them, you find yourself softening too, speaking more kindly, listening more closely. They adjust the frequency of the space they're in, like a tuning fork of peace. Even their relationships follow this invisible current. They often find themselves surrounded by contrasting energies, fire signs that burn too hot, earth signs that ground too hard, and yet they balance it all. Not always easily, not always without tears, but with the grace of someone who understands that love is not always ease, it is choice. They forgive, but they also evolve. They may give second chances, but never the same version of themselves twice. The way they grieve is artful too. Not performative, but sacred. A playlist becomes a shrine. A walk becomes a prayer. They light candles not just for the living, but for echoes of conversations that will never be had again. And in doing so, they keep something eternal alive. A sense that beauty, once felt, is never really gone. Their personality is no less captivating. To meet them is to feel gently known. They tend to become mirrors, not in a manipulative way, but because they listen deeply. They observe, they reflect. You feel a little more beautiful in their presence, a little more articulate, a little more balanced. They are artists, yes, but also mediators, dreamers, peace-bringers, and yet there is steel within the silk. They may avoid confrontation, but when they draw a boundary, it is not to be tested. Their highest gift, unification. They see patterns others miss. They intuit how to bring opposites together, not by force, but by reminding each side of its humanity. And in a world that thrives on division, that is no small magic. Perhaps you recognize yourself in these words, or someone close to you. Perhaps you're beginning to suspect which sign the stars seem to lean toward when everything aligns. The truth is, this isn't about superiority. The heavens do not play favorites in the way humans do, but some signs are more naturally in tune with the flow of love, purpose, luck, and expression. And when that tuning is honored, when it's not wasted on vanity or fear, it becomes transformative, not just for the person, but for everyone they touch. This sign, yes, the one you're now thinking of, Libra, holds a key. Not to supremacy, but to synthesis. It reminds us what can happen when beauty walks hand in hand with balance. When kindness is not weakness, but wisdom. When charm is not a mask, but an offering. Subscribe now to The Witch's Prophecy and step deeper into your own mystery, because the signs have more to say. And the next chapter may arrive with the next turning of the sky. And if this whisper through the veil brought you clarity or wonder, or simply reminded you that your magic is valid, press the like button and let the universe feel your echo. The prophecy answers those who answer back. Until then, keep your mirror polished, your altar lit, and your intentions honest. The stars have crowned no ruler, but they do sing louder for those who walk in tune.